We're back, Jaguars Drive Time, brought to you by Jet Home Loans. We are here on a Tuesday with cornerback Tyson Campbell. Tyson, thanks so much for joining us.
Glad to be here.
Okay, so tell us, first day back at school, very excited to be back in the building. We're so used to it being kind of quiet around here. Now everyone's back in full force. How is the excitement level?
It's very exciting, seeing the new coaching staff and, meeting the new players that came on the team. So everyone's excited to get to work and excited for what we're about to do this season. So
you're kind of quiet. Would you say that?
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because the guy who played the position before you is one of the biggest mouths in the league. But at the end of the year last year, your play was really loud. Take us through how last season went. You started off slowly, but by the end of the year, you were as good as any rookie cornerback in football.
I figured, since my rookie year, it was going to have this ebbs and flows. But, the main thing I wanted to do was just keep my work ethic the same. Kept working out the practice, kept studying my playbook, kept watching film, and kept having my faith in God. And eventually it came through for me. So I always had the confidence that, I can play in this league, and everything just needed to, come together.
Was there a moment, a certain player that you faced that you fared well against? I mean, was there something that triggered the switch from, the rookie's struggling to, whoa, look at the rookie?
I wouldn't say it was a certain player. It was just a certain game. Probably like after that Bills game, just able to see how well the defense was playing that well, and how the whole 11 guys on the field were coming together and making plays together. So that gave me that little booster that we really belong in this league, and I can help this team win. So.
I don't know how much time you've had to spend with him face to face, but give me your impression so far of Doug Peterson. What is different about this guy?
I can definitely tell like he's going to be a player's coach. He seems like he just wants to be involved in everything we do, whether it be coming in the locker room and talking to us, coming in the training room, coming in the weight room. It just seems like he wants to make this all about us and all about winning, and those are some of the things I seen coming in early.
Does a change in coordinator, a change in scheme, does that affect you as a corner that much, or how does that process work?
Luckily, the college I played at, we played a bunch of different, types of coverages and types of defenses. So I'm pretty familiar with, all of them. So, it's just he may call something else. So I guess learning the verbiage may be the only some change or unfamiliar I might have with it.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley mentioned that it's the first week back here, right?
Right.
A voluntary workouts. What does the word voluntary mean to you? What's your approach to the next couple of weeks in terms of how much you might be here or what you might do?
I just want to, set a good impression with my teammates. Just let them know that I'm accountable and they can, count on me. So I'm buying in to being here, putting in the time, putting in the work with them, and it's also the coaches, like gaining their trust, just to let them know that I can be a player that they can count on when the moment's needed. So, I think the voluntary and involuntary, when it comes to that stuff, it just really comes down like who wants to buy in and who doesn't.
And you've been through this off-season program before, the voluntariness of it. What do you get the most out of? Is it being in the locker room with your teammates again? Is it the workouts? Or I can imagine maybe the film sessions and being in a meeting room in person is really valuable?
Yeah, well, now that we have a new staff, like the meeting time is very important, just learning the new defense and learning the new players that you're playing with and kind of get a feel of, how they learn and, what helps them best. So I think the meeting room and also the weight room too. We got Cedric Scott, a new strength coach, so just learning his workouts and it's just good to see everybody buying in. So
I can only imagine what it's like for an NFL rookie coming in with an entirely new world.
Right.
How much, I guess, more settled, more ready for what's coming do you feel now than you did this time a year ago?
Yeah, definitely. I think that later half of the season, the game slowed down for me a lot. and I was reading things easier. I was reacting things faster. So like mentally, I just calmed down, and that just kind of just make me feel like I was playing fast in the play motion type game. So it just felt good. So I think coming into next season, you know, us finishing last season off with a win, hopefully it can, you know, carry on into a great start for the next season.
What would you say was the biggest lesson? What's at the top of your to-do list? I've got to get better at this, or I've got to develop that in order to take your game where you want it to go.
I just want to be consistent, be able to be, you know, reliable and accountable, you know, at all times. Just letting my teammates know, like, when they throw to that side, you know, Tyson's gonna do what he has to do. Whether it be breaking up a ball, getting an interception, you know, making a third down stop. Just all those things I just want to do on a consistent level. And then, of course, I want to make more plays on the ball, make more tackles, cause more turnovers, force fumbles, sacks. I just want to do it all. So I want to be a guy, like, on the team that you be like, you know, we know Tyson's going to do his thing each and every Sunday. So
When you look back on last year, are there plays where you think, okay, this year I'll get that because I'm just ready, I'll be more aware, I'll know more about what's going on?
Yes, definitely. Usually, you know, as a corner, you got to have short-term memory, but after each game, you watch film and go over stuff. So, you know, when I was watching film early in the season, so many plays that I could have missed out on. But, you know, like you said, I definitely feel like there's some plays that I left out there, and I hope to, you know, make those up this season.
Is that hard at times? Like, we as broadcasters, it's always so funny. Like, you have to go back and watch your shows, and then you see where you messed up, and it's like, you got to, like, check your ego at times.
Right.
Is that hard to, like, watch and be like, oh, like, I messed that up, and now I got to relive it again?
Yeah, it is, but, I mean, it's part of the game, and you just got to put it behind you, because if you hold on to it, then it'll maybe happen again type. So that's something I had to learn with early, just having short-term memory. You have a bad play, you know, on to the next play. Even if you have a good play, it's on to the next play. It's a 4-quarter game, so, you know, those are things you have to be mature with as playing defense back.
Tell us about your new teammate, Darius Williams, and now you have Shaq Griffin and Darius, guys that have done this at a really high level surrounding you. I can imagine that gives you even more confidence.
Yeah, Darius is a good dude, even great player, Jacksonville native. So, you know, all of us Florida boys, so we kind of just automatically gel together. But, you know, he seemed like a great dude. You know, he's very open to talk to, easy to talk to. So I think, you know, we're going to gel well this season.
Tell us something about your former teammate at University of Georgia, Travon Walker, who is getting a lot of draft publicity as this thing is climbing. You know, we can see the guy, the way he moved at the combine.
Right.
He's big, he's strong. Tell us something we may not know about him.
Travon is funny. Funny dude. Like myself, like, but, you know, behind the cameras and off the field, you know, got a lot of personality. So he's a guy that's, you know, always makes everyone in the room smile and laugh, like a big kid kind of. So, yeah, but a freak of nature on the field.
So you saw that when you were there, you saw this kid is, you know, athletically, you could already tell 2 years ago.
Yeah,
what he was.
Yeah, coming in, like, he's a year behind me, so just him coming in as a freshman, you can just tell, you know, those guys, like, yeah, when I leave here, you know, he's going to run this program, and that's exactly what he did, and, you know, I'm proud of him, happy for him, and, you know, hopefully we get him here.
We have to ask, since you talk about those guys, is Jordan Davis the biggest human being you've ever seen?
Yes. And
With confidence.
The biggest human moving that fast I've ever seen as well, like, when we would do, like, some workouts at school, like, Jordan and Devonte blazing down the field. So,
but not beating you.
No.
Yeah, of course not. How much do you guys, I think it's so funny because we read so many mock drafts and we pay so close attention to it. Do you guys pay attention to this stuff, read any of like, or when they show up, they show up?
Yeah, I don't pay well, I didn't pay attention to it, you know, especially because I didn't want to cheer myself up and then let myself down when draft day comes. So I know this is a business. You know, different things could happen during that process. So I can't just put my focus on and believe everything a person online says.
With as many Georgia players, especially from that defense, who are likely to play in the NFL,
right,
and the Jaguars having 12 picks, I mean, the odds say there's a good chance one of them might end up here.
So
don't know what round or what position, but there's a lot of great players on that Georgia team.
Definitely.
Well, we will have to wait and see. Tyson Campbell, thank you so much for joining us and stopping in. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Much more to come here on Jaguars Drive Time.